Welcome! Hi, this is my channel. I'm chaotic neutral in dog and cat and husband. All three of those other ones are in bed right now, snuggling up. And as soon as I finish this video, I'ma join them. Hi, I'm Angela. This will be my third year doing the Pan That slash Those palette slash eyeshadows. The person who started the Pan Those eyeshadows is Alexi. Go check her out. Also, I guess I should say some people that consistently inspire me in this project are Rebecca Morgan, Too Much Tosh used to do this project, Jeskita Banana, Jessica, Audrey, Leah Embo, or Leia Embo, Gabrielle Francis, Gabriella Francis, who else? There's so many people that do this project. Check them out. Man, why am I trying to list them off? It's almost like my brain knows their icon more than their name. It's like when people know faces better than names. I'm pretty good at names, but for YouTube, I'm like, oh, that icon, that face. I'm clicking on it, I'm watching their videos. And thank you so much, especially the last thing I want to say, and then I'll get into it, is thank you so much to my subscribers, especially like the ones that were here since my quality of my videos was trash. The days when I filmed on the webcam of my laptop and the microphone of my laptop, and that laptop was made in like 2012, so like the technology was not there. Just thank you for being there for all the times when I wasn't my best, or I was off, or the video was meh. And thank you still for sticking around. Sometimes, like today, when I feel like I'm a mess, I'm sick, I'm on my period, I'm just not, I don't know, not the it girl, I guess, or whatever. Like, not feeling like the it girl, because I am the it girl. But thank you for sticking around. Sometimes I don't know why you are here. But I'm very, very grateful, and I feel like I have a nice little bubble of people around me, and I really, really, really appreciate it. It feels very good. Now I'll get into it, so that you aren't like, click off. This isn't even about eyeshadows. My Pan That palette, I just filmed a whole video. In that video, I go through 4 palettes I considered to be my Pan That palette, like really thought I could pan those, and I go into the final palette that I did decide on, and that is this one. I'm deciding for this year to do another Pan That palette with shadows that I collected from my singles palettes. This year it will be a neutral singles dream. These are all already a pan. So the goal isn't necessarily to pan that palette, it is to finish them. This one's from a Juvia's Place palette, Magic Mini. These are ColourPop. This is a ColourPop single. These two are from the Pretty Rich Too Faced palette I depotted. These ones are Anastasia shadows, and this one's a Tarte shadow. All of them have either been in one of my Pan Those eyeshadows from the past, been in a Pan That palette from the past, or were part of an accident when they were depotted. This one, in this case, I did hit pan naturally, but I did scrape some of the product out to mix in with the other shadow. So there's various reasons why I already have pan in these shadows, and why I eventually went with these is just because I am more motivated to try to attempt to finish these shadows than I am to hit pan on shadows in other palettes. Yeah, I just wanted to try to finish some of these shadows, make more room in my magnetic palettes for other single shadows that are more fun and not just these like neutrals. It's a very warm palette. These are very cool tone. This one's like the most unique shadow in this palette. It's a duochrome. I love this one. I want to get more use out of it. Don't think I'll finish it, but really like take a good look, because I want to expand all of these pans. Look at my beautiful nails. I want to expand all of these pans. I want them to be huge. I want some of these to be finished. I'll do it. I'll get there. But that will be my pan that palette. Don't have a name for it. If you have a name you would like to give to it, let me know. I'll probably just call it the Your Dreamy palette because that's what this old lettering is. I might decorate this cover of this palette like I did for my last palette. I decorated like this one and it's still holding up. I know some people were wondering about the longevity of what I did last year where I created this glittery cover for my made up pan that palette. It's lasted a whole year. I don't feel it, I don't know, I don't feel it breaking at all. I think I did enough coats of Mod Podge that it can withstand gunshot. I don't know. But I haven't dropped this palette, so keep that in mind, I guess. But I've put it in a bunch of travel bags. I've taken this palette with me and it's still doing okay, I guess. So I might do this again. If you'd like to see that video, I will definitely film it because this is getting a little not so cute anymore. But yeah, that's my palette. I hope you like it. I'm definitely going to have fun trying to pan this in this upcoming year. Or finish it this upcoming year. And I will definitely be saying that way the whole 2022. So I'm sorry. Now we are going to randomize. I don't have my usual tablet thing to do the number generator. It's 1 to 228. So I will be rolling in 6 shadows. I always do 6, I just like it. Some people do 5, I do 6. The shadows that I will not accept are if they are basically dupes for any of the shadows in my pan that palette. I don't do pressed glitters and I don't do, what was the other thing? Oh, and I'm excluding certain palettes because they're still really new in my collection. So I don't do any of my new palettes. I just do the shadows I want to include. So that's all you need to know. Hopefully this is okay enough. 37, 219, 73. We just had 37, now we have 73. 141 and 201. I believe that's 6. So I will get back to you with what shadows those all are. Hi. Welcome back. I only rolled 5, so I'm gonna do a 6th one right now. Minimum number 1, maximum is 228, and the random number is 219. I already got that one. 14. Let's do 14. I'm not doing 14 because it's a matte brown, and that conflicts with my pan that palette. So we are 172. I just double checked that all of them don't overlap with my pan that palette. One of them did overlap, so I pushed that away. Everything else works. So the first shadow I get to tell you about. Pan those eyeshadows last year. I did not include any of my Give Me Glow singles. And this year I did include my Give Me Glow singles, these big ones, and my JD Glow singles. Even though I just got the JD Glow ones, I wanted to include them. The Give Me Glow single that did roll in is Perry, this Periwinkle purple. And it's just a shimmer, it's just a periwinkle shimmer. This shadow is very cute. That's what it looks like. Look at that. The shine is great. It has a silvery shine. I love the color. It's gonna do fine. I'm gonna do fine with this. It might take a while to hit pan because it is a newer shadow in my collection, but this is fun. I'm happy with it. The Give Me Glow Perry will be included. Yeah, I'm excited. That's fun. The next shadow that rolled in, this one isn't that exciting, but it's a shadow in a palette that I do want to get more use out of, and that is the ColourPop Pretty Guardian palette with Sailor Moon, one of my nostalgia shows. Who watched Sailor Moon before school started and you were wearing your backpack waiting for the bus to show up and just watching Sailor Moon and dancing to the songs. That was me. So I don't remember anything from the show, but little me loved it so much, and I have to respect little me. So the shadow that rolled in though is this one up here, Twilight Flash, which I have been getting more use out of. I've been trying it out. It ends up having kind of this peachiness that is good as a transition shade. I've been trying to get more use out of the mattes on this top row. I'm just trying to build up the shadow. It's kind of peachy, orangey. I do love that. I do like that tone and that color. ColourPop mattes, again, say it with me, take forever. So I won't hit pan on this quickly. I do have a couple uses on it, and I really like this palette, so I should be able to hit pan on it. You know, the magic formula is there. It will just take a couple of months at least, but that kind of peachy matte will work well with my Pinette palette as well, so I'm not too worried, but it will take time. These two together are looking cute, looking very pastel. Now I'm gonna ruin the pastel though with this next one, which it's actually a Juvia's Place shadow from the Magic Mini. It's Zakia. It's like a deep pumpkin. It's in this palette. It's not in the Magic Mini palette because I depotted it forever ago, and it's in this palette in this pan because when I zapotted Zakia, oh my gosh, when I depotted Zakia, it did crack, and I finally was like, I'm just gonna repress it because it is about to break apart and fall out of its pan, and I really like this deep orange. I repressed it into a pan this size so I could put it in my Orangey Glad palette, and I actually think it looks really good there. Originally the Orangey Glad palette has a pressed glitter there, but I like this really deep orange, and I'll swatch it right now. There it is right now. It looks really nice with Twilight Flash above it, in my opinion. I could use those two together. It will probably take a really long time to hit pan on that one as well. The next one is from a palette that I did want to get more use out of. It's the e.l.f. J. Kissa To The Rescue palette, and I got Confetti, which is this purple shimmer. Oh my god, that one I definitely have used a couple times. You can see the disturbance, but not a lot. I haven't used it a lot. I really am only excited about this shadow because it is in a palette that I want more use out of, and because of how it can complement with Perry. You see that? It's more of a dark, warm purple, and Perry's that very metallic, pastel-y purple. I could potentially try to use them together because they're purples. So I am being blessed with purples and oranges lately. To me, Perry and Confetti are different enough that they both get to stay. This next one I am not excited about at all. Even thought about rolling it out, even though a shadow in my Pinette palette does not match it, but it's one of those boring shadows. In this palette I have Cavern from the Tarte Be a Mermaid Make Waves palette that I depotted forever ago, and that's from my first palette I ever purchased ever. The reason why I'm keeping this is because I know I can hit pan on it really easily, and I know I can use it in my neutral looks very easily. I don't have a shimmery rich brown in my Pinette palette, so that's not gonna happen. I can't roll it out even though I was tempted. But there's such a dip on it that I really should hit pan on it, maybe even for next update. And it is swatching beautifully, even though it's this older shadow and it's this just chocolate brown, it is looking cute there. Okay, so Angela, don't be mad. You're fine. You are okay. Look how shiny the Give Me Glow is compared to these two. I know one's e.l.f. formula and one's Tarte, so they're not my favorite eyeshadow formulas, but still, look at that, like, and that's like, pa-pow. It's not the same pa-pow, you know? The last shadow I'm gonna talk about is from my depotted Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and that is Roxy up here. I don't have much use on it. I have a couple of uses, even though it's been in my collection for a while. Shame, shame on me. Shame bell. Ring it, ring it. Wow, who would have thought that I would have gotten these peachy oranges in the same month? I'm gonna keep them. Roxy is more pinky than Twilight Flash, so it actually isn't the exact same hue, and it's a little darker. That is my first color story. We'll see what I hit pan on. I definitely can hit pan on Cavern, but that's probably it. We will see. These like are a unique color story. I wonder if I could try to combine them in a look, and I think I will. Anyways, I hope you are doing well mentally and physically. Again, huge thank you to all the people that create videos for this project. I love you guys, and so many of you have been so supportive of my channel. And thank you to my subscribers and people that aren't subscribers, but you leave a comment, you leave a like, whatever. I'm so grateful for all of you. Be safe out there, you know? Rest, spend time on yourself, spend time for others, take a breather if you can, okay? Bye. Goodbye.